headed to practice, and tonight's going to be a little bit different. We have 7 or 8 players, I think, coming tonight. So I think this is a golden opportunity for the players that do show up to prove to Coach and I that they are excited about this season, they're ready to ball, and that it doesn't matter what kind of circumstance we throw at them, or in this case, they kind of throw at themselves, they're still able to rally and have a good practice no matter what, even if there's not going to be a full team there, which we've expected a little bit of this in summer seasons in general. But tonight, especially, a lot of people are missing for similar reasons. I forget what they are, but I think it's like end of school kind of stuff. But anyway, that made practice planning a little bit more interesting for me because I had to figure out a bunch of drills that we can only do with one side of the net. And so I think we're going to start with some short court, which I've been loving, and it's just like a very fun way to warm up. My boys team has been doing it too, and they're a little bit bigger and more athletic than last season. So short court's getting pretty intense over there, and that's what I like to see. That makes me really think back to when I first played it with my 16th team in the Bay Area, where they got very intense with short court, and it was like pretty much game-like every time the beginning of practice came around. So I've been loving short court, taking that part of the game that I liked and adding it in up here. And then after that, we'll see if we can do free ball passing. We don't have that many people, so I don't know if I want to do it, but it is a lot of reps, and we can just go a little bit slower maybe, and it's a lot of touches, so I've been loving that. And then after that, I think we're going to do some serve and a spin. I think we have at least a couple from each position, and my outsides can go ahead and pass for us if there's not going to be any libs there. And so we'll do some serve and a spin, get on the same page with our tempo. I think our drill has been going a little bit better recently, so might not have that many servers, but I can just put in more spin balls, and I can also float some. So we'll work through middles, oppos, outsides on that. Still working on getting 2 in a row, because if you want to be a good team and you want to be a good offensive weapon, you got to be able to hit 2 in a row. Serve receive ball, you got to be able to make something happen on that. And then especially a free ball or like a controlled down ball from coach, you got to be able to be in system on that and getting up and swinging hard on that second ball. That's what I want to see as a coach. Because the first one, serve receive, like there's a lot of factors you can't really control, and so I want to see everybody better the ball. That was a big thing that we talked about last night with our boys team, is bettering the ball. And then the second ball is a free ball, and so that one's just, in my head, that's just a straight up discipline thing, and we got to be able to get up and nail passes off of like free balls or down balls, and then setters, we gotta be pretty accurate on perfect passes so that our hitters can get up in a rhythm and get on top of a ball and just bounce. So I think we're gonna do that. I'm thinking about throwing in something that I loved from college, split court doubles. So in college we had 2 courts that we were working with, so the whole team could split up and do split court doubles. But tonight, since we're going to be having, I think, 7, we can have coach or I play with one of the players and then do 2-on-2 split court doubles. And that's just a great way to get better, not only for younger age groups, because it forces you to do all the skills: serve, receive, passing, setting, hitting, covering, blocking, digging, everything. So I love doing it in college, and I made my youngest team, the first team that we documented on here, I think we did split court 3s, and then my girls team from 16 3s, I think we did split court 3s. But tonight, since we're going to be shorthanded and this team's a little bit more advanced, hopefully we can play some split court doubles and have it be pretty competitive and a bunch of good looks at the same time. That one is just going to be all about how bought in are you to this drill, because it is a fantastic way to get better from all the things that I know about volleyball. And in college we used to do it, and it made everybody way, way better, because we would play with our foreign outsides, our European dudes, who would just be elite at 2-on-2 because they've been doing it forever. And that's how they kind of grew up playing volleyball. That and like a shorter net where they would just focus on the fun parts of volleyball. Like they would have a really low net and you can get up and just hit it, and they would allow one bounce and you can like grab it and throw it up high and stuff like that. instead of like starting your volleyball journey with learning how to pass. Like, you might know that can be pretty frustrating. So anyway, 2-on-2 with them was just awesome because they could do all the skills, and it forced you to step it up if you weren't in a position where you did all the skills like an outside. So for me as a setter, like serve receive would be pretty tough if somebody had a really nasty float serve or like a really hard jump serve, because once you get good, you can do 2-on-2, and it is split court, but you can just rip jump serves straight ahead, and you have half the court to control a pass, and then you got to hit and cover and like scrap out of it. So I love 2-on-2. I hope our team can figure out a way to get into it tonight, because I have found it's one of the best ways to get better. And then I think we're going to jump into maybe some 6 on one side. Coach and I could do box defense, or like box defense with a cover ball. So we're going to kind of play it for what it is tonight. We're going to see what we can and can't do. But overall, it doesn't matter what we do if you approach practice with the mindset of, I have 2 hours to get better, I'm bought into this process, and whatever we do, I'm going to attack it with my full capability, and attitude and effort are going to be on point the whole time, which was my mindset going into every practice when I was in club. And that is a huge reason why I got to get so much better so fast, and then eventually make it into college and excel in college, because I kept that mindset throughout. And you got to have it if you want to be a high-level athlete and player. So for me and you, I think that's all I got. I'm going to go to the gym. Private lessons did not quite start up this week, so I'm going to go to the gym and then straight to practice, and I will meet you in there in about 1 second. All right, let's do this thing. Bring it on! All right, we got 8 plus a special bonus player. I'm still counting 2 practices as tournament prep practice, even though we have not that many people. So we're gonna have fun, but we're gonna get a bunch of good reps at the same time. Everybody say yes. That's right. All right, cool.
Sir. We're gonna touch a lot of different bases today. We're gonna go through some digging, some overpass hitting, doubling down on our back row attacks. We got a lot of things to cover. I know we have a small group today. You all are going to get a sufficient amount of reps, so just take care of those. I know it's not ideal that we don't have a huge team in here. Take advantage of that, get reps, get better for yourself.
Start with short court. All right. Could be worse, I guess.
Yeah.
We need someone to do those cheers, though. In!
Oh, what a set ball! What a set ball!
Oh, where are you going?
Oh yeah,
Bunch of middles.
I have the ball.
Nice cover. Quick. Nice up, Danny. I go. Get your hands on that, lady. Oh, dirty ball. Yeah, Sally.
You're tight.
One.
What are you doing? Get out of my way!
Quick.
Oh my god, bro. You pass the ball and win in front of me.
Where are you going, Tally? Go, go, go. Oh my goodness. Quick. Oh yeah. I stay ready, Sally. Don't even worry about me. Sally! All right, you get the idea. We're gonna have fun with this for a while because there's not that many, and then we'll jump to whatever's next here. That's so good. Free ball right into it?
Yeah, I know you guys are upset that we missed free ball passing last week, so.
Yeah.
We'll
Free ball passing that side.
No, that's just really upset.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ball. Float. Down ball. Down ball. Make a wall. Make a wall. Good. High middle of the court. Our side. Hit the girl. That's in, bro. Ball. Hit the girl. Just dig. Just dig. Good. Good. This is a dig. Good. Base defense. Here we go. Tough start. Nice up. Good touch, dude. Our side. Good run through. Good job, Sally. Tough one. Good job, Sally. Thank you. Hit the goal. Weight going forward. Ball. Good touch, Lib. Hit the goal. Ones. Ball. Yeah, right, ball. Good, that's better. That's better. Good control.
A terrible throw.
Uh-oh. Oh, nice. Ball. Almost. Nice up, nice up. Hit the goal.
You need to get it.
Up.
Stay deeper on it.
Good. Good. No way, Ruby. Not just go with your hands. Good. 2 perfect loads. Nope. 1 perfect load. Ball's in, read it. Good job. High five somebody. Link it up, link it up, link it up. Water first?
I'm standing on the plate. I swear.
Water. Good job.
Water on 3. 1, 2, 3, water.
Pretty fun. Good start. Maybe high ball setting next. Whatever it is, I'm not going to video it though. We'll jump to a little bit later. Nice. All right, we're good. Let's go. Serve and a spin. Oppos first. Go. Ball. Get up there. Good. Get to it, get to it. Ball. Ball. Oh. Turn, set, up. Sure. Big touch, big touch. Ball. Feet. Make it work. Good rip. Get tall. Good transition. Up. Up first. Up for. Oh. Good, come on. Manage, good manage, ball. That's not a switch ball. Great swing though. Tall. A little higher ball. Nice swing. Take care of this one. Setter, switch. Started good. Nice. Oh. Nice line, a little faster. Okay, good job for Alpos. Jump the middles here. Middle time, how about a never before seen angle? You all right? Might be cool for this short section. Never before seen angle. Thought it was cool. Here we go, start with this, ball. Good ball, good manage. Serve it up. Transition ball. Good, yes. Corner in. Good pass. Again, Rube, again, Rube. Good transition, one more, Rube, one more. This is the one. Get up there, Sally. Good, Sally. Rotate. Ball. Come on, come on. Good. Ho. Ball. Good talk, come on. A little off. Good, transition, ball. Good, setter, switch. Ball. Nice play, nice play. Just free, here we go. Good. Everybody quick shag. I only got one. Good job for middles to jump the outsides. It's kind of fun with this angle for once. Outside time. I think that's the one they want. Push. Up. Transition. In, nice swing. I'll keep working on this jump to national. We're gonna keep working on our BIC progression with a middle involved this time.
We're gonna work on running those bigs over the middle, so setters have the option which one to set. Right.
Here we go. Get up, let's go. Ball.
Oh my gosh, don't even speak that.
Yep. Good, good play.
I don't hear anything. Ah, Maddie.
Nice play, ball. Everybody shag him out. It's a little slow, but we need to do it, so I'll do it alone. We'll jump to whatever's next. We're gonna do 6 on with a cover ball. I think it'll be our last drill together, and then we're gonna scrimmage, but we gotta turn it up here. Circle up. All right, we're gonna do 6 on with a cover ball. Coach and I swinging at the ball. You hit it over, we throw it in a cover ball immediately. We've done it a whole bunch of times. We gotta turn it up though.
Yeah, for the last 40 minutes here, we gotta find some sort of way to get some intentional reps. We're walking through everything we've been gently saying it for the last couple practices. We gotta do better. You gotta think about other teams practicing. If we walk into this, scrimmage them, they practice hard, they play hard. They're a steamroller. You walk into the weekend, we're not ready to play because we walk through everything. We're gonna get steamrolled this weekend. All right, so you gotta do everything in preparation for something. I know it's not the most fun thing right now, but you gotta be building towards something.
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
6 on that side. Here we go, ball. Get up there. Cover. Again, swing. Again, swing. Good. Just like that. Let's go. Ball. Nice up. Get up there. Oh. Impeccable timing. Sorry. Reset. Reset. Yeah. Yeah. Keys to success on defense when we're covering. If you're not in your exact right spot, which is there, there, and there, wherever you're at, just get stopped and make one play to the ball. No happy feet. Ball here. Ball. Good, middle. Ball. Come on. Good, rotate. Push up, Ruby. Ball. Hands, Danny. Reset, reset. Anything closing to the net, get tall up here. Make a play from up here. Good, Liv. Middle back, that's you. Oh yeah, cover. Good. Setter, swing. Ball. Again, get underneath, arms out. Ball. Up high, up high. Make it work, make it work. Oh. Cover. Rotate. It doesn't have to be pretty, but we gotta communicate and we gotta get the ball around where it's supposed to be. Cover. We get to it. 2 in a row here, team. Ball. Much better, much better. Keep working hard, middles. Hit it. Good, much better.
You're like jumping and then you're hitting it here. You gotta stay open.
Middles for that first ball. Let's try to round it out for a gap. I think you'll get a set from that. Ball. Yeah. Get up tall, get up tall. Oh yeah, that's a jump ball. Scuffle, scuffle, jump. Yeah. Sure. Swing deep, swing deep. Rotate. All right. Pretty good practice. Let's talk about it. All right, not too bad. We covered a lot, but we gotta step it up. Are you just playing volleyball or going through the motions, or are you starting to really get a hang of what's going on, and are you being proactive? Like, are you reading the game and making adjustments on the fly and kind of knowing where the ball is about to go before it actually goes there? Or are you just seeing it and then reacting and being late? Because at some point, and I'm not exactly sure when this happened for me, you got to start to get a feel for the game and be able to read the game a little bit better. And what I mean by that is seeing your hitter, let's pretend we're on defense, see your hitter, and before they kind of swing, based on the set, based on their approach, maybe based on their tendencies, if you know them or you're deep into a game and you've been paying attention, you should start moving into a position on defense where it's way more likely for them to hit the ball. Or if you see something's different about their arm swing and they do something funky and you know a tip is coming, moving into position. And this is a little bit tough to get a grasp on because it's not guessing and it's not going to a spot for no reason, but it is taking, I suppose, a tiny gamble based on evidence from your hitter. So we gotta figure out a way to get in tune with reading the game, and the way Gabe describes it is taking in information and then trusting your eyes is how we say it. So if you're playing defense and you see your hitter go up and they're fully in motion and they're getting up and they're about to take a big swing, there's a full block up, pretty much normal basic defense where you do your 3-step drop, you put your arms out, you stand there and you get hit, that's your baseline. But if it's anything besides that, we gotta start trusting it, trusting our eyes, watching our hitter, and starting to get a better read on the game. I think that happened for me late into 16's year, because at first I was just trying to learn the basics of what are the rotations, what is my footwork, what do I do every play pretty much, because I learned everything 16's year. But my team was good and my coaches were really good, so there was not like a lot of time for a learning curve. They taught me everything, and then they were like, I told you how to do it, are you going to do it or not? And so that approach worked really well for me, because if I didn't do it, they would just take me out, and I never wanted to come out of the game. So I just learned fast and applied what coach said, which is something we talk about like pretty often. But my team needs to figure out a way to adapt and read our hitters and make in-game adjustments. And all of this, I guess, boils down to volleyball IQ, which is just learning about a lot of volleyball, watching a lot of volleyball, playing a lot of volleyball. And that could be at home. For me, it was like in class on, I probably shouldn't say in class, but it was in class on YouTube, watching videos about college players, watching them play and trying to emulate and copy all the ones that I liked. Or at tournaments, I would find setters that I liked and I would try to steal what they did. Like I remember, I forget what the club name is called, I think it's something 6, but they had a crazy setter who is like a pro beach player right now, but he had the sickest back set I've ever seen, and I tried to steal how he was doing that with his wrists. I remember a couple Bay Area setters, one had really close elbows and he would do a fast hands out, the same as my 18 setter from my club. He used a close hands, paddle hands kind of setter. That was super cool, so I can do that now. My favorite setter of all time, Dirty Randy, I stole everything he did. One Bay Area setter who had a little bit wider elbows but a quick back set and really fast hands, and he would like look really flashy when he set, because he would kind of stab it and it'd be a really quick redirect. And so that, for me, it was how I got my volleyball IQ up in the setter position. Oh, and defense, Dirty Randy was a monster on defense, and it was just fun to watch because he would either make a sweet dig inside his body like this, getting blown up, or anything at the net, he would go just be monstrous and go get it and block it or throw it down, or just be huge at the net, and he could swing like an animal. He became the number 1 option on the oppo side as a hitter his last 2 years of college. This guy's a beast, and he's a crazy setter. But anyway, get your volleyball IQ up by watching and playing and just learning a whole bunch about volleyball in general, and then that'll just seamlessly translate into reading the game and making smarter, better plays. So for me, that's how I did it, and that's what we need to do as a team. So practice was pretty good, but we got to step it up. We can't go through the motions. Other teams are not going through the motions. There's no way we're going to win if we're going to play like half in, half out. I know girls need a bond to battle, but it's kind of like, we've been bonding a lot. We've been having a lot of off the court fun. We need to figure out a way to translate that into on the court competition. So for me as coach, that's what I'm thinking about on the way home. But we got one more. Hopefully more people show up to next practice and we can really just ball out and get competitive because we got a 3-day tournament coming up this weekend. And my boys do too, actually. So we're throwing them into the fire tomorrow for practice for me, which is going to be solo because Gabe and I are going over a lot of the things that we started the year off with our 16s boys. If you've seen that, you're an OG and you know what I'm talking about. And if not, there's a whole bunch to be learned from my boys season, all the way from basics to mentality to team culture to how to win to how to become a successful boys volleyball player. That's all in there. So it might be worth checking out to get your volleyball IQ up. But for me, that's what I'm going to be doing. And then for you, we'll jump into practice in a couple of days if the Lord says the same. So hopefully you're learning a lot. I will see you for the next one. Peace out.